Evelyn had always been afraid of the old house. It was a massive, creaky mansion on the edge of the town, filled with dusty furniture and dark, winding hallways. Her family had inherited it from an uncle she never knew, and they moved in just before Halloween. The first night, as she lay in bed, Evelyn heard faint whispering. She sat up and listened. It seemed to come from inside the walls. She pressed her ear to the cold surface, but the whispers were too soft to understand. Maybe it was the wind, she thought, and she drifted back to sleep. The next night, the whispers grew louder. They filled the room, but no one else seemed to notice. Evelyn tiptoed through the dark, her flashlight flickering as she followed the voices down the long hallway. She stopped at a small door she hadn't seen before, tucked behind an old grandfather clock. The whispers were louder here, almost like they were calling her name. Evelyn's hand trembled as she reached for the rusty handle. She pulled the door open slowly, and it led to a narrow staircase that spiraled down into darkness. Evelyn's heart pounded, but curiosity pulled her down the stairs. Her flashlight barely lit the steps, and the air grew colder with every step she took. The whispers surrounded her, echoing in her ears. "Come closer, come closer." She finally reached the bottom and found herself in a small, hidden room. The walls were covered in old, torn wallpaper, and the air smelled musty and damp. In the center of the room was a small, wooden rocking chair, rocking slowly back and forth, even though no one was there. Suddenly, the whispers stopped. The room was silent, and Evelyn's breath felt heavy in her chest. She shone her flashlight around, and that's when she saw it. Faint handprints smeared across the walls, all leading to the rocking chair. Just as she was about to turn and run, the whispers returned, louder than ever. The walls seemed to close in, and the handprints moved, pressing against the wallpaper from the inside, as if something was trapped within. "Help us," the voices pleaded. Evelyn stumbled back, tripping over something on the floor. Her flashlight rolled away, and in the dim light, she saw what she had tripped on, a dusty old photograph. She picked it up and gasped. It was a picture of her uncle, standing in front of the very chair she was looking at now. And standing next to him was a girl who looked exactly like her. The whispers turned into screams, and the walls seemed to swell as the handprints pushed out, reaching for her. Evelyn sprinted up the stairs, the cold fingers of the unseen reaching at her feet. She slammed the door behind her, panting as she leaned against it. The whispers stopped, but the door handle jiggled as if someone, or something, was trying to get out. From that night on, Evelyn avoided the hallway with the small door. But every night, as she lay in bed, she could still hear the whispers, soft, desperate, and always calling her name.